Hello and welcome to episode 63 of The Pilgrimage on FM23. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode it is the pre-season and transfer special, so I'll be back in a moment to show you the squad as it stands now with the out of contract players having left the club. Okay, so here is the squad as it stands now, and I'll take you through it position by position. So we've got 3 goalkeepers in the squad, but only Jamie Cumming is good enough. The other 2 will be looking to move on during the course of this transfer window. We've got nominally 5 players who can play right back, but at least one of them will be moved out of the club, and at least one of them is also capable of playing at centre back as well. Nominally at centre back we've got only 3, of which one is terrible, one is not quite good enough, and the other one is average. So certainly centre back needs looking at. Moving on to left back, we've got a couple of reasonably good left backs, so probably won't be looking to bring in anything there. Alabiosu I would like to keep hold of, but I recognise that that's probably unlikely. I think he wants to move on, and the money he's on as well is a lot for a 3-star player, so we may look to move him out. Central midfield, we're not too bad. We've got 2.5-star, 3-star, and in fact, we've only got 3, so we do need more depth. Although we have also got Anton Beck, but he's not good enough. So nominally 4 centrally based midfielders, but at least 2 of them will be moved on, and we need to bring in replacements for them, and at least one more on top of that. On to right wingers. And we've got Connor Chaplin is the best right winger at the club. We need to move Myers on and get somebody in to replace him. On the left hand side we've got nominally 5 players. 2 of them are 3-star central 3-star left wingers, so we can get away with what we've got on the left. And then up front we've practically got nothing, so we need to look to improve that. But I'll show you the squad depth in just a moment, and that will show you exactly what the transfer plans are. So I'll be back with that in one moment. Okay, let's take a look at the squad planner then, with all the players taken out that I don't intend to keep hold of. So at the moment we need another goalkeeper. Let's move on to look at the back line. Thierry Small is the only left back that we're going to be keeping at the club. Centre backs, we've got Elise, Poole, Story and Kapakpe, although if we can get an upgrade on Kapakpe that would be useful. And moving on to right backs, just Neil Ross, so we need another right back. Defensive midfield, we need 2 because we don't have any. On to ball winning midfielder, again we need 2 there because we don't have any. Box to box midfielder, exactly the same. On the left wing we've got Crescencio Somerville and Anthony Evans. If we can find an upgrade for him, that would be good. If not, we will make do with him. On the right, we've only got Connor Chaplin, so we need another right winger. And then up front, we have nothing, so we need at least 2 more strikers into the club as well. So I'll go away, do the pre-season friendlies and the signings, and I'll be back at the end to run you through the players we've brought into the club and the results we've achieved in pre-season. I'll speak to you again in a moment. Okay, it's now August the 11th, and the new season is just minutes away, so time to run you through all the new arrivals. So first signing was Dion Warren, who joined on a free transfer, but you'll notice he has gone out on loan to Wycombe, so we'll have a quick look at him. But he is a youngster, as I say. He's gone out on loan, left back, 2-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. So if we're here for another season after this, then he might well have a part to play. If not, he's one for the next manager to get something out of. Next in was Zach Williams from Forest Green for £375,000, and Zach is a centre back, 2.5-star current ability, 3-star potential, 25 years of age, Welsh international. So pleased to get him, but not quite as good as I'd hoped he would be, having also played for Cardiff and Crewe in the past. So after Zach Williams, next in was a player I know well, Morgan Whittaker, on a free transfer. Morgan can play on the right wing, behind the striker, or as a striker in his own right. I intend to use him primarily as a right winger, but occasionally will play him up front. He's 2.5 stars of current ability and potential, and at 28 years of age now, he's in the prime of his life. So I'm delighted to have him on board. Next after Morgan was Martin Sheriff, another free transfer, and he's a striker, 2.5 stars of current ability, 3.5 potential, 23-year-old Dutch under-20 international. Another one that I'm pleased to get in, but is going to need to show me what he can do. After Martin Sheriff, next in was James Piper from Nottingham Forest on loan. Another centre-back, 2.5 stars of current ability, 4.5 stars of potential, 20 years of age, Irish player, and another one that's hopefully going to have a major impact, but is more a player who will come into his own in the future. So we're looking to get what we can out of him. Move on from James Piper to Dave McCabe from Liverpool, another loan signing, another 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, 22-year-old under 21 Irish international. So he has got international recognition, and we'll be looking to secure him more of that. And after Dave McCabe, next in was Oisin Smith on a free transfer. Oisin is a 2.5-star current ability defensive midfielder, so the first player signed in that position. After Oisin was Jake Wright, another loan from Liverpool, can play defensive midfield or central midfield, 2.5 stars of current ability, 4.5 stars of potential, 22 years of age. So another one with a big future ahead of him, and hopefully we can get something good out of him. So after Jake Wright, next in was Jack Gamble from Leeds on loan, and he is a central midfielder, 2.5 stars of current ability, although listed as 3 by the coach, and 4.5 stars of potential. So another one that's very exciting, 20-year-old English player. So glad to have him in. Fingers crossed he can have a big say in the midfield for us. After Jack Gamble was Steve Ellis, a loan from Fiorentina, another 2.5 star current ability player and 4.5 star potential. 25 caps for the Welsh under-21s, So clearly a player of some talent, and hopefully we can get that out of him. So after Steve Ellis, next in was Bonk Innocent, free transfer, 3-star current ability defensive midfielder at 33 years of age. He's not going to get any better, but will definitely be an important player for us for at least this season, and maybe another one if we're still here. So after Innocent was the final signing. Player will be familiar to some people. Joe Hugill, striker, 2.5-star current ability, 3-star potential, 25 years of age. So one who should be able to play an important part at this level. And that concludes the signings. I will show you the squad depth screen in just a moment. Okay, let's take a look at the squad depth then. We begin in goal. Jamie Cumming, clearly first choice keeper, backed up by Daryl Ombang, who is clearly only good enough to play in an emergency. On to left back, Thierry Small is marginally better than second choice Ryan Alabiosu. On to the centre backs. And we've got a number of options at centre-back. Adji Elise, Regan Poole are the two best centre-backs, but ably backed up by Alex Kapakpe, Zach Williams, James Piper and Dave McCabe. And then at right-back, we've got two players who are very evenly matched, Neil Ross and Ryan Alabiosu. Both 3 stars of current ability. Neil Ross has marginally more in the way of potential, which is why I've just put him ahead of Alabiosu in the pecking order. On to defensive midfield, and in fact I've got those two the wrong way round, so I'm just going to switch them around. And Bonk Innocent is marginally ahead of Oisin Smith on the basis that he's got 3 stars of potential against Oisin's 2.5. On to the ball winning midfielder, and Innocent is the leader in that department also, backed up by Jake Wright, Jack Gamble and Zach Williams, although Zach is a centre-back, so probably shouldn't be on that list, but I'm going to leave him on there anyway. And on the other side, as the box-to-box midfielder, Jake Wright comes out on top, with Jack Gamble just behind him, Zach Williams in at number 3, Bonk Innocent at number 4, and Oisin Smith as 5th choice. On the left wing, Crescencio Somerville, who spent nearly all of last season injured, is the best left winger at the club, marginally better than Anthony Evans, but with significantly more in the way of potential. So on to right wingers, Connor Chaplin comes out on top, Jack Gamble just behind him, and Morgan Whittaker as well. Jack Gamble has massive potential, so we'll look to give him a fair amount of game time. And then finally up front, Martin Sheriff is marginally the first choice striker ahead of Joe Hugill and Morgan Whittaker. So I'll be back in a moment to show you the pre-season results. Okay, here we go with the pre-season results then. We began with an away match against Needham Market, a local non-league side, coming out with a 6-2 victory on that one. We then played Luton Town at home and were narrowly beaten by 2-1. Portsmouth were then beaten 2-0 at home, with Alan Kiala getting both of the goals. We then played Bradford City at home and lost 2-0. Then Plymouth Argyle on neutral territory, beaten by 4-3. So we came out narrowly on top with Anthony Evans, Connor Chaplin and Morgan Whittaker getting the goals. Then Sunderland inflicted our biggest defeat of pre-season with a 4-1 victory over us. We then managed to get a really creditable 0-0 draw with Stoke City and finished up with 2 games against non-league opposition, beating Sudbury 3-1 and Ipswich Wanderers 4-0. I'll be back in a moment to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, time now to wrap up the episode and tell you what's coming up on the next one. And I'm going to bring you straight back and I'm going to show you the first game of the season away to Charlton Athletic. I am then going to play the Bristol City game in the EFL Cup off camera and bring you back for our first home match of the season against Coventry City. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for Monday to Friday Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching and goodbye.